Happy fucking New Year, you guys. Almost here. Another year where I can continue to be 21. I'm living the dream right now. How are you doing, Sakshi?
I'm doing great. You can tell that it's the last week of the year because it is currently 10 a.m. and we have just started drinking. I have no motivation to work. I'm mentally already in the new year, and yeah, I hope New Year's better.
New Year, old us. It's not going to change. Maybe we'd get monetized. I don't know. Subscribe
Let's hope.
and let's get into it.
So 2023 for me was my first year after my frontal lobe was fully developed, and I also went through a second puberty, like when women turn 25, 26, those childbearing hips come in. So I've just been dealing with that, and once like when my brain fully developed, I was like, I don't like this. I enjoyed being a little delulu, so to speak. But how was the year for you, Nana?
While you were talking, I realized that I am, in fact, having a live burnout. I'm experiencing it as we sit here. The last of my synapses has stopped responding, which is to say that I had a great year. Actually, I truly resonate with Kim Kardashian when she said, "You better get up and work." I thought she was shat on for no reason. I think you have to freaking put the work in, even if you have like a silver spoon in your mouth or you don't. Like, there's a lot of work you have to do, and I got out of the pandemic thinking that I was robbed of 2 years, like a lot of
Yeah.
people. And I made it my resolve to make this year count. And yeah, it feels like I've aged 5 years and I look so good for a 21-year-old. It's insane.
Dude, Nena has really worked hard this year. I've been friends with her, I think, like the second half of 2023. And this bitch don't stop, bro. She comes back from a flight and she's like, I have a shoot. And then, like, during our edits, she bounces for an audition and comes back. And, like, I just don't have that sort of motivation in life even before this year. And I'm still experiencing a burnout since the last 1 year, which I'm gonna carry forward into 2024 because, like, it's
I
just
get
a
it.
part of me
I get it.
now.
I know you worked for 4 months in an office and it's been really
Yeah,
difficult for you.
I've had it hard,
It's
it's
taken
rough.
some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like this year
Bitch.
has been
Maybe resolve not to be such a bitch to me this year,
honestly,
Naina.
I have decided that every year, and everyone does this, right? You come up with resolutions to be a better person. नहीं करना
I'm
यार.
gonna be a worse person in 2023. I feel like I've been too nice.
You know,
I've smiled too much. I'm
I've
getting those
smiled too much.
lines.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be now, like, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
a cold bitch.
Yeah. Why spend on Botox when you can just be a bitch and have no
Not
emotion on your
smile.
face?
Yeah. Like, I feel like I do a pretty good job of being emotionless with my robotic voice and all, but I feel like I could be better, and that's my resolution for the new year. And other than that, obviously, I feel like people that think they're going to be a better person in the new year, that's just cap. Like, you're setting yourself up to fail. You know how you don't fail in a new year? By not making resolutions to be better.
I agree. I fucking agree. I feel like for many years I've done the therapy. I've actively worked hard every year. I start every year with the motivation that I am full of shit. And as the year progresses, I'm like, I'm going to get better. And I do it. I do the work, okay?
You do?
Kimmy said it, I did it. But this year, I'm like, okay, I have spent so much money on therapy. I have spent so much money on fitness. I spent so much money on being the prim, proper, perfect version of myself that I'm cracking on the inside. Ho gaya. I'm done. Like, and any woman who's in my situation, if you were born a pick me,
Follow us for more motivation, guys.
if
Like,
you were born a pick me, 2024 is your year to be the fuck you all version
burn
of
it to
yourself.
the
Yeah.
ground. Wow, that's heavy, honestly. I'll process that in the new. I'm ghosting my therapist right now, actually. I don't think I need to take him forward in the next year because I'm like, stop telling me to be a better person. I hate it.
But TikTok is telling everyone that we're narcissists. You know what I mean? Like, I go
Oh.
on Reels and I'm like, oh, Of course, I am a narcissist with ADHD and
I just
many
have a
other.
little cocktail. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like we have the same feed because every time they're like, how to spot a narcissist, I'm watching the videos and I'm like, that me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going through it. I'm like, okay, your partner is this way. You should stay away from them. I'm like, my partner's fine. This is
It's
me.
me.
It's
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
I'm the problem.
Everyone stay away from us. 2024. Just watch us
We've
on
come
the
out like
internet.
guns blazing. Yeah. But do you have any like actual goals for 2023, 2024? I want to learn how to crochet.
What are you gonna make?
I want to make clothes because I'm sick of the clothes available in the market.
I don't think any girl who crochets wears that matching skirt bikini set that they make past one music festival or the Taylor Swift Eras tour
Shut up,
movie.
okay.
Like, that is the extent of your usage for that crochet. So I don't believe in that. I
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't
Naina
exist.
has decided.
Crochet is a farce. It's a conspiracy theory. I
What?
believe in aliens and many other such conspiracy
Yeah,
theories.
UFOs in
Yeah.
the universe.
I like my resolution is that I just after saying that I have no
Yeah.
resolution, I just
Be
want to
consistent for one.
I want to learn how to delegate. I can't delegate.
Oh,
There is one person who works for the Naina Bhan brand LLP.
that's
and
you.
That's me. My lowest paid intern, my hardest working intern is me. I'm tethered to myself and I'm being abused by myself. By my own expectations, by my own appraisals. I'm not doing a good job. But I love the bitch, so I have to keep it going.
Dude, I saw somewhere that like your lifespan is directly related to the amount of positive social experiences you have. And I don't think I've stepped out of my house so much. So maybe I should like get out and meet people this year, like smile at them maybe. It's not
That's the
consistent
extent of
with
your
my
positive social. Went out of the house once and smiled at a stranger.
yeah, it's not consistent with my be a bitch thing for 2024, but I don't know. What if I want to live a longer life? I have to be nicer to people, I guess.
Just stop vaping.
I don't vape. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's so rude. You just think I'm like addicted to
I'm
my
getting you
vape.
back for the
I mean,
beginning
a
of this
vape.
Just exposing you. On
This
the
is like
internet.
this is like doing a podcast with my mom. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll stop vaping when hell freezes over.
Now that we've looked into ourselves and reflected on all the ways that we can be just mediocre and average at best, do you want to like round up the year or something like that?
Yeah. So my main thing from this year is that my dog turned 1 in Feb. Yeah, of like last year, and I've already started planning his second birthday, which is 2 months away. It gives me a reason to live, quite honestly. Like just some. I truly believe that I want to be like a society auntie planning parties for my dog or whatever. Don't judge me, okay?
No, I'm
But
with you.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's like what's keeping me going for now. And I also realized that I want more tattoos in the next year because I got a few tattoos in the last year. And also to save money. My
Ambitious
main-
as dog's birthday, tattoos, and save money.
in that order.
That order.
And stop vaping apparently now.
Sorry,
That's a
sorry.
thing.
She's held on. This grudge is being held.
Into the new year, we're
Yeah.
going with this grudge. I'm gonna like start hate posts about you on Reddit. Now you wait, bro. My revenge is coming. This was also the birth of our favorite Reddit sub.
This was the birth of this fucking podcast, Sakshi.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, my dog's turning 1. I'm
I-
feeling neglected.
Have you not it hasn't registered to me that this podcast is still a
Exists.
thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a week by week thing, but hopefully in the new year this is monetized. We're like rolling in money thanks to you guys, our 7,000 loyal subscribers that are like the most beautiful salt of the earth people.
Yeah, I love your comments. Like, I love the comments. There was this one comment that I really liked. Someone was like, my parents were working a lot, and honestly, like, they didn't have too much time to give to me, but I still think they ate at parenting.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so good.
She sent me like a screenshot, and I was like, Naina, you're such a boomer.
I'm sorry.
Also, in the new year, let this be our boomer humor jar. Every time you make a joke that I think is boomer humor, you have to give me 2 rupees.
Haters will say it's boomer, and lovers will say Nena is so articulate.
I'm gonna buy a house with this
She is
jar.
a green flag.
This is my Malabar Hill penthouse money because I can rely on her in 52 weeks to make me that deposit for the money.
This year for me was huge. Okay, it was huge. It was like Donald Trump huge. Like it was huge. The best show in the world came out. Class, a little show called Class, little indie
Little-
series
yeah.
called Class. Got so much love. All of it amounted to Sakshi recognizing that I exist. So I feel like I've really won at this year.
Phone pay ad also.
Phone pay ads killed it personally. I killed it. And imagine if India had won, I think I would be signing like a 3-year Yashraj contract yesterday.
I agree. I feel like people were just upset that India didn't win and they took it out on you
On
personally.
me, my nimble shoulders.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, it's been amazing. I've been in Bombay. I've been making friends.
One.
One friend who I have to keep on a salary to hang out with me, but it's fine. I'm fine. And yeah, I just feel like this year has proved to me that if you just kind of level-headed, focus, do the things that you want to do, you really can achieve a lot. And I don't know if this is the beginning of my midlife crisis or if this is the best thing that I ever did. But we'll see. 2024 is on
Around the
cusp, yeah.
corner. Do you have any plans for New Year's?
I have absolutely no plans for New Year's. My plans were that till 25th December, I wanted to end all my deliverables. So the next 5 days are anyone's guess. What about you?
Dude, I have work pending still that I'm just not in the mood to do, but I don't have any plans for New Year's. And in fact, I think there is no plan on New Year's that is worth stepping out of your house for.
I agree.
Because everybody's on the fucking road at 12 o'clock trying to get to some fucking ticketed event. By the time you reach that ticketed event, it's like there's vomit on the floor. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then you always get into I don't know, last time I went for a New Year's party, I was with my ex and he got into a fight with this dude 4 times his size, and I was like, I don't love him that much. Like, I'm not gonna be involved in this. And the New Year after that, we broke up on New Year's morning. So I've realized that nothing good comes out of going out on New Year's.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna stay at home.
Yeah, I agree. I've always wanted to have like that, that rom-com early 2000s juicy rom-com New Year's where you get like that New Year kiss and you're like
Yeah.
foot pops or whatever and you're just like in the moment. But all I can like
It's some Bandra boy going like, yo, you want to go to my house or what after this?
just be really quiet because my parents
My
are
mom will
sleeping. Yeah,
wake
just
up,
yeah, all that.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking for like this New Year's that's gonna change my life. I'm gonna be played by Priyanka Chopra in the movie.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
There's a hierarchy, right? It's like bottom of the chain is your fucking event where you overpay, you get coupons, you have to beg the bartender for one drink, and then you like leave with all the coupons and you keep finding them 5 years later. And then there's like a house party with BYOB, and then someone's really excited. They've made jello shots that taste like ass, but you have to be like, jello shots.
I fucking hate jello
Yeah,
shots.
and then somebody brings their like friends, and those friends are just menace causers, and it's just like not a vibe. And then like in an ideal scenario, you're like traveling.
Yeah.
You're like in a very exclusive place, and it's not one of those places that just because you check into a hotel on 31st, you have to pay for their pre-made
Fantastic,
package of dinner.
But to that, the New Year travel, I feel like you go there feeling sexy as hell with your partner, but it's just families. So when you
Yeah.
go down, it's just fucking auntie, uncle, children fighting over
Yeah.
like the buffet. It's not a vibe.
That's true.
And to the house party, I would say that I am feeling like I'm too old to BYOB. I'm in my
Yeah.
I want to go to a catered event. Like I genuinely do.
I agree.
There was this one party I went for which ended so badly because somebody had got a bottle of like Patron. Patron is the really like heavy one that you have to burn off, right? What is that alcohol that you have to like burn off the alcohol
But
content?
don't just tequila.
Okay, no, can't remember.
Absinthe, yeah.
Absinthe. Okay, absinthe. So somebody got a bottle of absinthe,
Oh.
and the first round of shots, like the person who was making it did the whole flaming. Everybody was super happy, and then he kind of left the room, and his girlfriend or his somebody started pouring out absinthe. Didn't know the logistics,
Yeah.
and everyone did shots except me. And I
Oh.
went to get like some butter chicken to line my stomach, and I come back, and in slow motion, the party is like burning because in every corner, someone is throwing up. My boyfriend at the time, who was such a great drunk, I've never seen. He was crawling on the floor, like trying to get to a loo. Like somehow I got him out of the house. He vomited at the door, sat over there. I'm like, what happened?
Just trying to get some butter chicken.
Yeah. And that girl was like, woo! It did not
It's
end.
always the drunkest girl in the
Yeah.
room, and usually the drunkest girl in the room is me. Like, when I was like in my party era pre-COVID, I remember I wanted to leave a party and there were no cabs available. So the party was in Bandra. I was like, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk to Pavai, which is like a 15-kilometer walk. And I was like, guys, y'all don't know me like that. I can do anything I put my mind to. And people were like, bro, just cut it out. But like, I'm just like, I've come a long way from being that girl to like,
You
I'm
didn't
gonna
get
sit
this
at
far
home
just to get this far. Some
and
people
not
would-
be happy.
Yeah. If you know the reference, you know. Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
I know,
fucked
I
up your
know.
story. Kim Kardashian's face just keeps
Yeah.
like haunting me.
She's the girl boss
Yeah.
of 2024.
Yeah.
I feel like Northwest is going to overtake Kim K in 2024. I feel like the era is happening.
Do you think she's just a little scarily like Kanye? Like, I feel like Kim is afraid of Northwest.
Yeah.
She's always in the TikToks. Like,
Yeah, she's like, please don't hurt
slow
me. And like, Northwest is Kanye's daughter. You can tell, like, she's like, got that energy. I'm also scared of her, and I've never
and
met
I've never
her.
met her.
Yeah.
Coming back to your story, you were walking
Let
back
me
from
check my
Bandra.
notes.
Yeah, in my mind.
No,
now.
no, someone put me in a cab, but like as I was getting in the cab, I whacked my head on the cab and I was concussed. Like I just passed out in the cab, and then when I reached Pavai in the cab, some dude had to carry me to my friend's house. And then I slept and I woke up at 12 noon
You
the
woke
next
up.
day. I did. I'm here. Like,
You said concussed, so I got kind of
no, yeah, I just like, I was like,
Yeah.
I had like a gashed eye for like
Yeah.
a week into the new year. But I feel like that's a successful new year. Now I'm like a brunch on New Year's Day person. I feel like that's like a Jan 1st.
That is the only way to do
Yeah.
it. You need to be drunk the next day,
Yeah.
and it's classy.
But and sleep on time on the 31st,
Yeah.
you know, like wake
And be
up
better than
drink.
everybody just for that half an hour. You're like, I am better than everyone.
Yeah, and the only reason you do it is to tell people that you're better than them.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's enough for me.
But the one thing I miss about ticketed events is that conversation that you have in the loo with the girl who's just a little drunker than you.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I love your makeup.
Yeah.
I love your dress.
And then she's like giving you advice for the future.
Yeah.
And you never meet her again. Like, that is my Christmas story, you know, like the three ghosts.
Yeah.
Past, future, present. I meet them at the party at different stages of being fucked up.
Yeah. That is an underrated part though. Like, you know, I don't think guys will ever get the camaraderie of like a girl's bathroom conversation. I've like convinced multiple girls to leave their boyfriends to make it official with some guy. Like, your hair looks amazing. Like, you know, I've done all of that.
Yeah.
And then I've also seen two girls in a cat fight at the bathroom at Tryst. One of them choked the other, bro.
Yeah,
In-
that happens in Delhi,
Yeah.
but everybody's wearing chudas. It's the only difference.
I've never been to Delhi for New Year's, and
It's
I'm
a
so
vibe.
glad.
It's a vibe.
Someone once casually told me, it's like, oh, don't they pull out guns when there's a fight in Bombay at a club? And I was like, no, where are you from? And she was like, it's just a casual weekend in Delhi. And I was like,
You know what? You Bombay fucks. Wait till I get cancelled. But Delhi is so underrated. I love you, Delhi. You are awesome. The people
capital
are
of
awesome.
the country
The
is
food
underrated.
is awesome. Everyone is awesome. Okay, Delhi
thanks for
is a
discovering Delhi for us, Naina. Like,
everyone from Bombay on their freaking high horse. First, you tell me, are you really from Bombay? You have taken on the personality of being from Bombay. You are not from Bombay. You moved here 5 to 10 years ago, max. Now you're defending the city because you pay too much money to live here, so you have no other
you
option.
tied up your money.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. So I see you, and I will read you for filth. But in 2025.
I'm so glad you think Delhi is underrated.
It
you
is
know?
so
It's like-
underrated.
it's almost like the government doesn't know it exists. Like,
Yeah, the government's like,
it's not the capital or anything.
have you ever seen a Delhi tourism ad? You don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need it
Because
because it's
it's not
fucking lit.
underrated.
Yeah, it's so good. It's the most amazing place. Everyone.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I
Delhi
miss-
street food, amazing.
Amazing.
But any other cuisine in Delhi is so average.
You've met an average person in Delhi, hence you are living their experience. Come with me.
Oh, no, like Japanese food is better in Bombay.
You are meeting some average people in Delhi who are taking you to awful places. If you come at me saying
What?
Mizu is your experience,
I didn't say Mizu.
say one.
Izumi is on the top 10 restaurants in India right
This
now.
podcast is over. We don't know each other.
What do you
Unfriendly.
have in Delhi?
Just
Inja.
me and Ori blocking you.
Oh yeah, guys, I just found out this year, which is my 2020. So Ori's been fucking blowing up in 2023, right? And I was like, oh, who is this guy? So I like typed Ori in my search bar, and it's just like fan pages, and then one of them had him in the bio, and I clicked it. Ori has blocked me on Instagram. I don't know this dude. I've met him for like once for 30 seconds, and he's just blocked me on Instagram. And honestly, I didn't think I was famous. But now that fucking Ori has blocked me on Instagram, call me the next Aishwarya Rai.
Yeah, what an impact. 30 seconds
Yeah.
of pure impact.
The world is talking about Ori, and I've gotten on his nerves enough that he's like, let me block this bitch.
Dude,
real
you know when
quick.
Ranveer Singh was talking about how Deepika entered, like...
Yeah.
I feel like that's the
That's
way you
me.
entered, like, Ori's life. The wind was blowing. this-
Yeah.
You know, and you came in your anarkali kurta and you were, like, reading men and
And
judging
he was
them.
like, block.
Block.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe my 2023 highlight is like I accomplished so much, and Ori's is that I made such an impact on his life. The more people block me, the more hungry with power. Like I just get like mad with power.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
Just turning green and muscling up and,
You know-
bursting out of your clothes.
So many
Like,
influencers
Sakshi,
and actors
powerful.
have blocked me. Like I know,
Why?
I don't know. I've never spoken to these people. So, Shania Kapoor had blocked me, and then like my followers somehow, like I was like, she's blocked me. But this is when she was private also, and then my followers DM'd her a lot, and I think she got like bullied into unblocking me. So I'm sorry, Shania. You can go back to blocking me. It's fine. Like.
Do you have, like, some Bollywood connection?
No, I don't. Like, I literally don't know any of them. They've just, like, I think during COVID, when I was blowing up, a lot of people, like, were like, I'm done seeing her. So I think that's when they blocked me. But
I
I
could see that happen.
yeah. The urge was, I would have blocked me as well. But I was just like, yo, what's going on? Like, am I on some, like, do you think all the Nepo babies, like, talk about...
Yeah, of course. You
She's
don't know
like,
the
"I
subplot in
blocked this
Archie's is
bitch."
about how
yeah.
everyone just like is
Hates
blocking
Sakshi.
you.
Yeah. This was also like
In Riverdale, they were like, first cut the tree and then block Sakshi.
and we'd only fight to save one of those things from happening.
The tree one.
Dude, Archie's came for class also. You also have beef with them. What do you mean?
What beef?
Like, class was like, Naina.
What?
Naina was like, she was like, I just need to make all my money before Archie's releases. It's over for me. Once Archie's releases, they're gonna forget about class. But that didn't happen.
No.
No,
Didn't
not
happen.
at all.
Yeah. Some would argue they remembered it a little
Yeah,
bit
they were
more.
like, oh, Why
No, but
didn't
I'm
you?
really proud of our show because we did like the highest numbers in viewership when Netflix released their viewership thing. Rana Naidu and then Archie's. Oh, sorry. Rana Naidu and then Class. Oops.
Oops.
Yeah. And then Rana Naidu and Rana Dagupati. And here's 11 strangers.
Yeah.
And we made it. So,
Gang. You've had a successful year.
yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, that's how I feel. Like at the end of like this year, I'm like, okay, what if this year ends and then next year I have to pull even harder? That's why I'm not looking forward to the new year because I'm like, fuck, it takes a lot of effort to really make your life happen if you're in this industry. Like, it's directly proportional to your blood, sweat, and tears
Don't worry, you'll be
divided by
burnt
half.
out. You'll have someone telling you to dance on.
That's why I want to freeze my eggs right now. I feel like in 2 years, the stress would have killed every possibility I would have to have a child.
Dude, at that point, I don't think you can raise a child also. You freeze them, keep them, pay 30,000 a year rent.
That's cut.
On that note.
On that note.
Okay, let's switch up the vibe a little. Enough sucking each other's dicks for today.
Yeah.
We are going to play an interactive drinking game. So if you're at home and if you're above the legal drinking age, top up your glasses. If you're under 21, sit this out. I'm a very law abiding citizen, so fuck off, all of y'all. We are going to do things I have done in 2023, and if we've done it, we take a sip. Pretty
Yeah.
simple.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
And it's very low expectation, so expect to get drunk.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
goal.
Okay. Should I start?
Yeah.
So I want to take a sip because in 2023, I managed to take my first self-funded vacation.
Woohoo.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Which was great. I spent too much money, but
But that's
Whatever.
fine.
Yeah.
That's for next year, Naina, to figure out the finances of it.
sorry, that's my aqua card.
I want to take a sip because this year I finally fought with an Instagram store to get my refund back and I successfully got it back. I feel like that's not a small feat, okay? These small business owners have some fucking fight in them.
You know, I have to just like bow down. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you go to get a haircut, but then the person like really messes your hair up, but you're just like smiling, me like, thank you so much. It's something about being like so in touch with the business owner that you don't want to offend them, but you
Yeah.
also get a raw deal at the end of it.
Yeah, so like I feel like I'm above that. I can't relate anymore. I want to take a sip because I successfully managed to cook one meal a day for the second half of the year. So that's not bad. That's
The queen
pretty
of
fucking
MSG coming down to
Excuse
earth
me.
to be with us.
I mean, it is still cooking
it's
if
huge.
it's like eggs and stuff. Like you cook eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to take a sip because I successfully managed not to comment on a troll comment and I held it in.
Bruh.
And I was like, nope, take the high road, let them hate you, let
From
them
your
do it.
Finsta.
I don't have Finsta, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to take 2 sips because...
That's a
Yeah.
boomer humor thing. It's not humor, but that's a boomer thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a sip because I did manage at least a once a month catch up with my long distance best friend. Like, that's pretty hot, okay? Like,
That
as
is
an
really hot.
adult, yeah.
I should take one too also.
Yeah?
Yeah. How many have we done? Now that we're sizably drunk.
No, I have
Yeah.
one more though.
Go for it.
I have managed to go for a destination wedding and follow the outfit description that they gave for every event. I was bang on theme.
Just take
Yeah.
the whole glass. I just really like this concept because I feel like the idea of what like reward and expectation and all of that is become really intense now.
Yeah.
And it just takes the pressure off. And I love to just get drunk and feel good. I don't want to
Just
get
the
drunk and
small
feel
wins,
bad.
yeah.
Just the small wins. 2023.
Yeah. No, definitely, because I feel like one of the biggest things in like this year, and I'm sure like we had something to contribute to that is like you see people your age just living the high life and you're like, oh, like I should be there, but like life is not about the destination, it's about the fucking journey.
Johnny.
I'm so profound,
You
bruh.
are really
I should
profound.
start a podcast.
You should. No, I so last year before class and all the amazing things that came with it happened, I had moved to Bombay on my savings, which I had saved before the pandemic. So you can imagine they were really dwindling. And it was also the year that all of my best friends got married, that all the ones that were married adopted a dog, that all the ones that were married and adopted a dog got an apartment, and they were all moving into the next phase of
their
their lives.
lives.
And I felt so alienated, and I felt like such a loser.
Yeah.
That I was like, where does it go from here? Where does it go? I want to be happy for everyone, but I'm just like crying on the
I'm
inside.
so happy for you.
I literally cried at my friend's wedding. Like it was a COVID wedding, so there was just like 10 people and two friends, and I was one friend sitting behind her and crying in the Gurdwara. And my friend who's getting married, she's so sweet. She turned around, she held my hand. Like that was the level that I had reached. And then I was just swimming in the pool at night, just drowning my tears in the pool water. I'm like, why is it so spicy?
Bro.
So, yeah, but
Take a sip if you survived 2023, bro. There was
Yeah.
something in the fucking air that was really, it was so random. It's against the core of 2023 to survive. So if you've done it successfully,
It's great.
good on you.
yeah, I mean, like, I feel like there's just such a difference between what's happening on the outside and what's happening on the inside. Like,
Yeah.
even if you set up like goals for yourself, the work that it takes to get there, I don't want to complain, but it is a lot.
But I will.
But no, not. I'm not complaining. I'm genuinely not complaining. It's a lot because that's something that I want to do, right? I
Yeah.
set those ridiculous goals for myself. So yeah, sometimes I'm just sitting at home at night and journaling, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? Just adopt the dog and get into the house and just like relax." But it's also really nice because at the end of it, you go home and you meet your friends, and they're all so happy and thrilled, and my parents are so like proud, and I'm like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
This-
amount of sadness that I had to take on. Actually, no. All the sadness that I took on that was self inflicted had a payoff, and that is just everyone around me is feeling good. And so I am feeling good. Should I
So
put you
this-
on the spot?
Yeah.
So my mom and I have been discussing. We're like, Sakshi's damn smart, huh? Sakshi is like great with her one-liners, great with zingers, says things that like, you're like, fuck, that came out of her mouth. That's really funny and that's outrageous. But she's a masterful person because she never actually shares. So I'm the one sharing and taking actual L's, and Sakshi is very masterfully crafting words that just like do it for the gag. But I want to know about you. How are you feeling? I know that your knee is currently injured, but she's keeping them folded for the content. She's been going hard at her
Jesus.
diet. Her dad's been troubling her with some bigger aspirations. How are you doing?
I'm great. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about actually. No dude, I'm just a girl in this world. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I put on some.
Moving on, my least favorite trend of back to my notes. Ew, I hated that so much. Don't ever do that shit again, bro. Like, I will start crying now that someone asked me how I am.
Okay, I'll tell you what. All I want to say is that I've watched you be consistent since I think 2019 and
2020.
okay, 2020. It's like since 2020.
Sorry.
And you have continued to like evolve your content, evolve your personality, and there is not one person who like once they figured out what you're about is not a loyalist.
Except Ori.
He's not figured it out. Let bygones be bygones. But yeah, like you're just the most funny and like smart person on the internet. I have said it. So hopefully someone will
Dude,
agree with
she's
me.
drunk. Naina's like proper,
Just me and
proper.
Suvrat like in the corner being like,
You go,
Sakshi, Sakshi. No,
girl.
seriously. So if you don't want to share, I'll share and be like, she's a real one.
Thanks, Naina.
Cheers. Now
I
that we've
start
made her
crying,
sufficiently
bro.
awkward,
Yeah,
and
my least favorite trend of 2023
yeah.
actually are everybody has a podcast, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm the only one with Naina that should have a podcast because we speak intellectual facts. You know,
Yeah.
we make your life better
Yeah.
by like speaking like prose about topics.
I just feel like anybody who buys a mic these days has just started a podcast. Like
Yeah.
they just feel like they can sit down on in front of a couch on a red carpet and just like
Wearing black and white and
and
red.
hope for the best and think that it's just
Yeah.
that easy. You just show up and you do it.
Yeah, and talk shit.
Yeah, it's fucked
That's
up.
horrible.
That's horrible.
I hope that, like, I hope that's not a trend in 2023, unless I'm very
24, which is
whatever.
moving back
Yeah,
and forth.
2024. Yeah, that sucks, bro. Especially for other people, not for me. I'm so glad mics are affordable now.
Okay, other trends that I hate about 2024, my life revolves around fashion. I don't know how to dress well, but I can tell another person how badly they dress in my mind. I hate the flower trend, like flowers on everything, and I'm slowly getting there with the bows. Like, can we stop? This being like last week, I literally wore a bow, but like everything that becomes a trend is so overly like given attention that you are so sick of it that you block it ever
Yeah.
happening out of your mind. So I come here to this podcast being like, let's discuss trends, and I've blocked everything out, so I don't know what happened last year.
Oh, dude, the worst from the bottom of my heart, like the most disgusting thing that has happened in 2023 is for some reason misogyny is back. Like,
What are you saying?
dude, okay, like my reels is filled with these assholes talking about Dahej and all, like just like a hee hee. Oh, I want a Fortuner in Dahej, and it's got like what 50K likes and it's got 100K shares. Like, that's such a thing, and people are just privately going like, I want Dahej, whatever. I like it boils my blood. I hate that misogyny. Like in the year of Barbie, why are we doing this to ourselves? Why did a fucking animal come out and ruin my whole vibe, bro? Like it killed my December that this Sandeep Reddy Vanga is like talking about if you can't slap a bitch, are you really in love? Like, yeah, try it, bro.
I don't like the whole argument of separate the art from the artist and separate the film from, you can make a film about a violent person, a misogynistic person. Granted, you can.
Yeah.
I feel like in a country where hero worship
Is a
is
thing.
such a thing,
Yeah.
where you cannot separate the hero and the character from the actor, it is a dangerous place. You know that you have to be a little bit responsible for the kind of information you're putting out.
Yeah. I agree because like I wish we were like a fully like developed society where like men particularly were not influenced by pop culture in like a negative or a positive way, but like it's like the Trump admin era, like people were just so comfortable being racist because like Trump was racist. The same way like I feel like Bollywood actors are so like worshipped in India that like people anyway these closet misogynists, they're just getting more and more confidence to come out.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like the thing that has come out of it is that you are exposing exactly where the world stands or where the country stands on a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
people stand as a society, because even if you go out and your like headlines are like, okay, we do not stand for this kind of, we don't stand for misogyny. The numbers are doing. The shares are doing
Yeah.
a good job of exposing where everyone really lies sentimentally, and that's dangerous. And I don't know what that means for me and what that means for like a lot,
Women,
in
yeah.
general.
Yeah. I feel like I'm also finding out which friends have liked what, and I'm just like, Eh,
I think that's adulting. Like as you
yeah.
grow older, you slowly start firstly having really strong opinions and then cementing those opinions and then realizing, oh, the person you knew for like 20 years of your life has a complete opposite opinion to
Yeah.
you. And then you don't know how to have that communication. And then the worst is when their boyfriend or girlfriend has a complete different,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you have to accommodate this person that you're not really invested in, but you have to be because they are like your best friends
Yeah.
or your cousins, like, whatever, so and so.
Dude, this year also has been like, I've really realized that my friends are just gonna marry guys that I can't stand, and they're gonna get integrated in the friend group, and I'm just gonna have to hang out with this dude that I cannot stand. Like I'm gonna have to dance at their wedding to like Boli Churiya and all.
Even more important than misogyny, the trend that I don't know where it's going in 2024. Are sambas cool or are they not? Adidas sambas, are they cool or are they not?
Okay, here's
Yeah.
the thing. They're cool, but like in an ugly way. I'm like toying with the idea of buying sambas. That's why I'm like, they're cool, but they're
Yeah.
actually really ugly. But like, I'm going to buy them anyway. Like, I like the Onitsuka yellow shoes better, which Nena and I have this long standing beef about. Like, she hates the Onitsuka yellow, like, samba lookalikes. They literally look the same. And
I
she
only like them because of not Pulp, Kill Bill. Because
Kill
of
Bill,
Kill Bill,
yeah, that's
yeah.
why I like them
But
also.
I'm not a European, like 5 foot 10 inch slender woman. I have hips and they don't work with the Onitsukas.
Dude, Sambas and Onitsukas are literally the same
One
shoe.
is broader, I would argue. Yeah.
I feel like Sambas are here to stay
Damn.
because they're a copy of the Onitsukas. I don't know what came first, the Onitsuka or the Sambas.
Just watch the hype beasts in the comments.
Yeah.
Everyone wakes up from their graves and they'll be like, how can you say this?
They're like chilling when we're talking about misogyny. They're
Yeah.
like, they don't know what they're talking about. As soon as you bring sneakers into it, Harshvardhan Kapoor wakes up. He's like, जूतों के बारे में, please,
कैसे बोल
yeah.
दिया?
These girls are horrible.
But I'll tell you what I'm hopeful for. Okay. And again, guys, this is a very light podcast. So stop holding us to coming up with like really serious and important and weighted things to say. I'm going to talk about shit because that's what excites me. And I'm super, super excited about like one, Zinat Aman making a comeback.
Bro.
It's gonna happen next year. What an icon. I am here for you. I love you. I've met her once. I freaked her out because I think I just came at her with so much generational energy. My grandmom, my mom, my sister, and I, all of our hopes infused into me. And I was like, I am such a big fan. She was like, thank you.
She's very like,
Yeah.
she seems like she was a queen in her previous life. Like, she's like very
Yeah,
proper.
super amazing.
Yeah,
So I'm
I-
super excited about that. I'm very excited about the moments that PAPs are having. They had such a year in
Jandiya.
2023. I feel like I've arrived because the other day I was at an event and the PAPs started calling me Barbie, Barbie. And they were like, Barbie, ikde, Barbie, ikde. And I was like, I have my
Let's
own
go.
name. The PAPs in India have such a personality.
Yeah. I love them.
And I'm like, okay, they are so important to the entire structure and setup of the industry because if you are believing in somebody's star power, the filler content is their pap spotting.
Paps, yeah.
And the pap spottings come from a PR machinery that is sending them there.
100%.
Can we just like call it what it is?
Yeah, no one's like, oh, aap kaise aa gaye? Yeah.
Yeah.
You call me, your publicist is on the phone with me saying reach anti-gravity at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
sharp.
That's Naina Bhan. She was in class. She played Koel Kalra. Please tag her.
Guess who?
Guess who? New girl on the block. You know what's not having a moment this year, but will have a moment next year?
What?
Our sponsors. For you, we will stop swearing. For you, we will up the production budget. For you, we
I
will
don't think we're
organically
gonna do that.
integrate your content and make it seem so seamless. So sponsor us. 2024 is open right now. And subscribe if you like our content. It's nice you're DMing me, but thoda subscribe bhi kar lo
Yeah,
yaar.
come
Like,
on. Naina, RJ Naina mode. कर लो यार.
And my only reference for podcast is, I guess, RJing. Like, I'm such a Radio Mirchi, Red FM,
Girl.
94.3, girl. Like, I just start coming back to the... Don't you feel like the years are just going into, like, some kind of, like, mess? There's no seasonality, yeah? Fashion trends, like, information trends, paparazzi trends, films, etc. Like, there's just such an overload of information. At the end of it, I just feel like nothing happened and everything happened in this
It's
year.
a blur. This year has been a blur, and the only thing I remember is all the Ambani kids are now married, and all the Adani kids are now married, and my dreams of having like a sugar daddy mommy situation have ended this year. So I would like to take a moment of silence for my failed sugar daddy acquiring sitch.
I want to take a moment of silence for just being a little bit like easier on yourself in 2024. I feel like there's so much therapy happening on Reels. You're constantly feeding into the fact that there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. We're humans. We're intrinsically and innately flawed, and that will never change. So, like Seema Auntie says, 60% of you is what you have to work with, and just fucking move on, man. Like, take a holiday next year.
Next year. And we'll see you next year. Till then, enjoy your New Year's Eve and comment your New Year's plans in the comment section and make us jealous. And bye.
Bye.